Hello guys, let's study about vitamins. So what are vitamins? These are organic compounds which are required in small amounts and it can't be synthesized in our body, so we need it in our diet. Bacteria E. coli can synthesize all these vitamins, so it doesn't require any vitamin from external source. Talking about its classification, vitamin is classified into fat or lipid soluble and water soluble. Fat or lipid soluble vitamin contains vitamin A, D, E, and K. These have common structure but don't have common function, whereas water soluble don't have common structure but these have common function as it acts as coenzyme. Water-soluble vitamin is divided into non-B complex and B complex. Non-B complex contains vitamin C, whereas B complex is divided into energy-releasing and hematopoietic. Energy-releasing B complex contains thymine, that is B1, riboflavin, that is B2, niacin, that is B3, pyridoxine, that is B6, biotin, that is B7, and pantothenic acid, that is B5. Whereas hematopoietic B-complex vitamin contains folic acid, which is B9, and vitamin B12, that is cyanocobalamin. Synthesis of vitamin K and biotin, that is B7, is done by intestinal bacteria in colon where absorption is relatively poor, and these are not atypical vitamins. So what are atypical vitamins? Atypical vitamins are those vitamins which can be synthesized in our body by human enzymes, not by bacterial enzymes. So atypical vitamins contains vitamin D, which is synthesized in skin from cholesterol, whereas niacin, that is B3, is synthesized from amino acid, that is tryptophan. The fat-soluble vitamin which acts as coenzyme is vitamin K, which is an exception. Now here comes question: water-soluble form available for which fat-soluble vitamin? So it is vitamin K synthetic form, that is K3, also known as menadone, is water-soluble form. Now let's see about the general features of fat-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins are nonpolar, so it cannot be excreted via kidneys and it tends to accumulate. That is, it gets stored in liver and adipose tissues. And if excess of this vitamin, particularly vitamin A and D, occurs, then toxicity can occur. These are common isoprene unit as precursor containing 5-carbon unsaturated branch chain structure. All are absorbed from intestine and are assembled into chylomicrons along with dietary lipids. Pancreatic enzymes and bile salts have a role in absorption of these vitamins. Since these are stored in our body, so their deficiency is rare. And the vitamin which has least toxic effect is vitamin E. Now let's see the general features of water-soluble vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins are polar, so are not stored in our body as they are excreted via kidneys, so their toxicity is rare. One water-soluble vitamin which gets stored in our body is vitamin B12. Common symptoms of deficiency of one or more vitamin are dermatitis, glossitis, that is red and swollen tongue, cheilitis, that is rupture at corners of lips, diarrhea, mental confusion, depression, and malaise. Deficiency of vitamin B1, B6, and B12 causes neurological manifestations. Now let's talk about the causes of deficiency of fat-soluble vitamins. Number 1. Steatorrhea and malabsorption. Example, cystic fibrosis and celiac diseases. Vitamin K is the first fat-soluble vitamin to be excreted in acute malabsorption. Number 2. Mineral oil intake. Example, paraffin oil. These oils are not absorbed in our body and it gets excreted out and take the other fat-soluble vitamin with it. Now, what are vitamins? It represents chemically similar substances having similar vitamin activity. The vitamins of vitamin A are retinol, retinol, and retinoic acid, whereas the vitamins of vitamin B6 are pyridoxine, pyridoxal, and pyridoxamine. Now, what's RDA of vitamins? It is recommended dietary allowance, which represents quantities of nutrients to be provided in diet daily. Some other terms used are reference daily intake or recommended daily intake, that is RDI, daily reference values, that is DRV, daily value, that is DV of foods. These terms are also used in place of RDA. Now, important questions related to fat-soluble vitamins are: first, fish liver oils are the good source of vitamin A and D, but not vitamin E. Richest source of vitamin A is halibut fish liver oil, then cod fish liver oil, then shark fish liver oil. Best one is halibut fish liver oil. Which fruit is rich in vitamin A? It is ripe mango. Which vegetable, that's plant source, is rich in vitamin A? Answer is carrot. Richest source of vitamin D is halibut fish liver oil. Which fruit or vegetable has vitamin D? None. Vitamin with no plant source are vitamin D and vitamin B12. Strict vegetarians will be deficient of which vitamin? It is vitamin B12. Then after vitamin D. Since vitamin D can also be obtained from sunlight, so the best choice is vitamin B12. Now a question comes that a 35-year-old farmer on maize diet with diarrhea, dementia, and dermatitis, which vitamin is deficient in this patient? So the answer is vitamin B3, that is niacin, as maize is poor source of niacin. Now, important questions on water-soluble vitamins and minerals are: the richest source of vitamin C are amla or Indian gooseberries, then after guava, then after cabbage, then other citrus fruits. Non-citrus fruit having vitamin C is guava. Vegetable which is rich in vitamin C is cabbage. Richest source of iron is dried pumpkin seed is the best one. Then after nuts and oil seeds. Example, pistachio nuts is better than cashew nuts. Now, what is golden rice? It is genetically modified crop which is rich in vitamin A and iron. Now, important questions on source of essential fatty acids. So, the richest source of essential fatty acids are safflower oil. This is the best one. Then after sunflower oil, then after corn oil, and then soybean oil is the least richest source. And other sources are olive oil, groundnut oil, coconut oil, flaxseed oil, and fish oil. Richest source of linoleic acid is safflower oil, and also the richest source of arachidonic acid is also safflower oil. The richest source of linolenic acid is flaxseed oil. Then after soybean oil. Richest source of eicosapentaenoic acid or timnodonic is fish oils. Richest source of PFAS are sunflower oil. PFAS are generally polyunsaturated fatty acids. Richest source of saturated fatty acids, that is SFAs, is coconut oil. The richest source of monounsaturated fatty acid is olive oil. Now let's see the food which have poor source. So the egg have poor source of carbohydrates and vitamin C. Milk have poor source of iron and vitamin C. Meat has poor source of calcium and fish has poor source of carbohydrates and iodine. What are limiting amino acids? Amino acids which is lacking in particular foods is known as limiting amino acids. So the maize lack tryptophan and lysine. Wheat lacks threonine and lysine. Pulses lacks methionine and lysine. Now let's see some important points. Those are B complex vitamins involved in energy release are B1, B2, B3 and B5, which are associated with link reaction and TCA, whereas B7 is required in gluconeogenesis. The vitamin which is synthesized by bacterial flora are vitamin B2, B5, B7, B9, B12 and vitamin K. Bacterial flora also synthesizes short chain of fatty acids. Vitamin deficiencies with neurological symptoms are B1, dry beriberi effect, CNS, B3, dementia, delirium, and depression. B6 is associated with infants having seizures, whereas B12 and vitamin E is associated with progressive peripheral neuropathy. Now let's see about dementia in which vitamin are deficiencies. So the vitamin which is deficient in dementia are vitamin B1, B3, B12 and vitamin E. Sulfur containing vitamins are vitamin B1 and B7. Three vitamins playing role in metabolism of sulfur containing amino acid are B6, B9 and B12. Homocystinuria occurs in deficiency of vitamin B6, B9 and B12. Glossitis, chelosis in deficiency of vitamin B2 and B6. Alopecia occurs in vitamin B6 and B7 deficiency or vitamin A toxicity. Antioxidants vitamins are vitamin A, C, D, and E. Bleeding occurs due to deficiency of vitamin C and vitamin K. Hemolysis occurs due to deficiency of vitamin E. Now let's see the vitamin deficiency anemias. First one is microcytic hypochromic anemia. Another one is megaloblastic anemia. In microcytic hypochromic anemia, vitamin C helps in absorption of iron and vitamin B6 acts as coenzyme of heme synthesis enzyme, that is ALA synthase. And in megaloblastic anemia, vitamin B9 has no neurological symptoms, whereas vitamin B12 has progressive peripheral neuropathy. Vitamin E deficiency causes neuropathy but not megaloblastic anemia. Now the vitamin which take part in one carbon transfer reaction are vitamin B9 and B12. The amino acid which take part in one carbon transfer reaction are glycine, serine, threonine, and methionine. Nutritional causes of cardiomyopathy are excess of iron, that is hemochromatosis, and deficiency of vitamin B1, selenium, calcium, and magnesium. In royal bee jelly, there is rich in vitamin B5, B6, and B7. The site of absorption for vitamin B9 are jejunum and duodenum, whereas for vitamin B12, it's ileum. Now let's see a few questions from Nmcle book. Number 1. Which vitamin is antioxidant? It was asked in NMC book of 14th Kartik 2066. So the options are vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and all. So its answer is D, that is all. Generally, antioxidant vitamins are A, D, C, and E. Next question. Which of the following is vitamin? It was asked in 24th of Mangsi 2068. Options are ascorbic acid, acetic acid, butyric acid, and salicylic acid. The answer is ascorbic acid. The vitamin which is excreted in urine are option A, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin K. The answer is vitamin C. Why it is vitamin C? Since all other options are fat-soluble vitamins. As you have already studied, the fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, and K. So here, the odd one out is vitamin C, which is water-soluble vitamin. These are the probable questions. Now, next question. Richest dietary source of essential fatty acid is sunflower oil, egg, milk, or safflower oil. So the correct answer is safflower oil. The vitamin that is produced in body is option A, thiamine, option B, riboflavin, option C, niacin, and option D, folate. We have already studied that niacin and vitamin D is produced in our body by our enzymes, not by bacterial enzymes. So the correct answer is niacin. The vitamin that often acts as option A, coenzyme, option B, apoenzymes, option C, holoenzymes, and option D, cofactor. So the correct answer is option A, that is, vitamin often acts as coenzymes. Another question. A steroid vitamin is option A, vitamin A, option B, vitamin D, option C, vitamin E, and option D, vitamin K. So the correct answer is vitamin D. Vitamin D is a steroid vitamin. So this much for today. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.